Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the unofficial Nostalgix TCG Podcast, The Void. I am joined here by Mini Minnow and Decimus. How are you lads doing today?
Pretty good.
Not bad. Trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a heat wave today. It was kind of strange.
Mm.
For everybody watching, all three of us are in the Midwest. We're not in the same state. I mean, Desi and I are, but the heat wave kind of hit us all in the Midwest, so there was that. I don't like the heat. I'd rather have the cold.
Same here.
I would snow, freezing temperatures all day long. You can add clothes and layers to make yourself warmer. You can't take them off to get cooler.
I've said that for years.
Yeah, people in Florida still don't realize it and understand. Anyway, we've got a good slate of topics today. We've got some big news, some thought inducing topics, and a starter deck challenge coming our way as well, which I'm very excited to talk about that one. But we're going to start off with a little bit of Secret Shards news. So, for those of you who have not heard, Secret Shards is now available on the Merch Arena. It is no longer like its own separate website like it used to be. Everything is on the Merch Arena, and as you guys can see on the screen, if you are on the YouTube side, we have Secret Shards 16 all the way down to, how far down does it go? 5? So you got 5 through 16. That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's the start and the end.
So Secret Shards 5, 6, and 7, since they don't have the Nexus Rare Chases, are all $19.99, which is a fantastic deal, especially if you've not gotten these cards yet, or if you want some staples like Fish Out of Water, Booster Box Dragon, Turnip. That's a really good one. Friend, for those making the friend decks. Like, that's really cheap for all these.
That old school Evelyn is really nice, and Secret Shard 6 too.
Yeah, no, that is a sick one too. She's got a story up on the lore page. So if you guys are interested in Evelyn, you can go check her out amongst the other heroes as well. I always recommend the lore.
That's a heroic resolve. That's not Evelyn.
Well, it's Evelyn on the card.
Oh.
The card itself is heroic resolve, but that's Evelyn that's on the card. She does have one in Secret Shards 9 right here, which is fantastic. It was a collaboration with Yobot. Oh, I just realized my mouse is like freaking out on the screen. Yeah. That's kind of strange. I'll try not to do that. Secret Shards 8 through 16, which all have chases at Nexus Rare cards, are $24.99, so $5 more than the others. But again, you get that chase at the elusive Nexus Rare cards, which I don't have any Nexus Rare cards. I would very much love to get just any of them at this point. But with this, I may have to pick up some Secret Shards 16 and possibly some more Secret Shards 10 just to get the Brecken, and for Secret Shards 10, it was Shiga the Destroyer, and I really want that card too.
Yeah, that one's nice.
I mean, they're all nice, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Did you pull it?
I didn't pull that one.
Oh. You've acquired one recently, but not necessarily pull. See, that's the way I did it for my Golden Lucky Frog Day Zero edition, because I didn't think I was ever going to pull it.
Yeah, sniped it from me. I didn't know that was up until after.
It was too late.
Or the Nexus?
Yeah, a guy was selling 3 Nexus cards and 2 limit breaks.
Mm-hmm. And the way I hear it is Minnow got 3 of those cards, and Desi, you got the other 2 cards.
I did.
So, kind of sniped them right out from everybody's noses. I really would have loved to do it, but I didn't want to. I couldn't offer the amounts that they are worth. So I'm glad somebody else picked them up very, very quickly. I'm honestly glad it was both of you, because It's really cool that our community is going to have it, and I get to, for Desi at least, I get to see these cards in person. And
I
Minnow
love
and
it.
I,
Breaks.
They're going
yeah,
in my
Minnow and I
binder.
have this combined goal of getting every single card that exists in Nostalgix together, kind of making like the Nostalgix museum. So that's really cool to see too. But Secret Shards available again. It kind of brings us into another point. Minnow and I were talking about this a little bit before the podcast started. Recently, there's been a couple teases and hints at Secret Shards, like what the possible new Secret Shards is going to be. And I honestly don't remember where I heard it. I just heard somebody say it was gonna be a seasonal Secret Shards, and that it's possibly starting up in September. I cannot confirm either of those. However, we have some images here that kind of lend to the fact that that may be true. And this right here is thanks to Minnow. He did the research and went all the way back to find these posts because they were, I don't know, from a month ago or
I
so.
was just say that looks familiar. I've seen that before.
Yeah, in the announcement today about the Secret Shards being in the merch arena, Zava did say stay tuned for pre-orders on our first seasonal pack. So,
Ooh. See, I
kinda-
must have missed that then. I must have missed. I saw his post, but I must not have actually read it thoroughly. But so we're gonna have seasonal packs, and we are
Cool.
kind of starting to think that it's going to just feature a bunch of these cards, like actual seasonal cards. And I made that prediction a while back that I thought it was going to go to a quarterly, which now makes sense if you do it by season, which I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but it makes a lot more sense now. What are your guys' thoughts on them doing seasonal stuff like this? What do you expect from it, or what do you think might come from it, and what do you want from
Oh man, I mean, just more themed stuff. I mean, we're hitting that point that you and I both know that I want every single freaking card that they can make.
it?
I mean, the more themed stuff I can get my hands on, the better.
Right, and honestly, at this point, I think for both of us, it doesn't really matter what they produce and put out. We're gonna buy it.
Most likely, yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, Desi, you're starting to become a little bit of a collector yourself now with all these big purchases. You have
Yeah.
cards that I don't even have. So that's how crazy this is getting. Like, I think you were diving deeper into this hole with me, and I'm happy about it.
I definitely jumped in recently, and I'm like, man, I really probably shouldn't have done that.
But you don't regret it, do you?
Right now, maybe a little bit.
Once you get them in your hands, you'll feel a little bit better.
I've been slowly fixing up my car. So, spending a couple $100 on cards for like a couple days in a row kind of was not a smart purchase.
Kind of hurts the wall a little bit, but you know what? You gotta spoil yourself. You gotta take care of yourself a little bit. So we'll just say that's a little bit of self-care right there.
It's my mental well-being.
Yeah, exactly. See, now you guys are speaking my language. See, honey, it's not just me. Yeah, we made a joke on the Cardboard Addicts podcast, which is my other podcast I'm on, which is mostly Pokemon related, but we do talk a lot about Nostalgix too. Some of the guys were joking that I'm gonna have a house filled with nostalgic stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's already in the works. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it.
You can't see my desk right now, but if you could, it would say the same exact thing. It's just covered in nostalgics.
Yeah.
That's
My,
a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I-
I'm looking at my desk here, and that's what I've got, like a small stack of Pokemon cards kind of strewn about, and then everything else is nostalgics.
Yeah, I mean, Ren's seeing in my corner over here, I have a tote
The tote.
that is covered with cards.
He's got like one or two playmats on it, and then it's just got tons of cards. He's got big brown boxes where the cases of booster
Oh, yeah,
boxes got
got
shipped
it.
in, and he's just got all of his bulk
They're
sitting
just-
over there in them. And it's like that's his Nostalgix corner for sure.
I should organize it again, but I'm like, man, I don't want to sit down for another 2 hours and
I don't know. I
put all
kind of
these
enjoy.
cards in order.
I kind of enjoy coming over and looking at your room like once a week and seeing how much it's grown since the last time.
I seriously have like 5 boxes sitting here.
Yeah, it's impressive because when you first started getting into it with me and playing it at the card shop, you were like, "Yeah, I'm not a collector. I just want cards to play." And so you didn't have a whole
mean,
lot.
it's
You had
true.
like one play mat. I think you
I
had
still only have one
the
playmat.
starter decks.
I do have those. They're in my closet.
Yeah, you had. Yeah, I remember you got the starter decks, and then you got, I don't know, like a box or two or something like that, and that was it. And now you've got like just as many boxes sitting in your room as I do.
Man, my
And I'm
closet's
not.
gotten bad. I've got a bunch of Secret Shards boxes just stacked up in there.
See my garage.
I'm like, I gotta hide those so, I feel better about myself.
Yeah, we're all a little bit addicted, but
If
that's
you're not, side note, if you're not using secret shards boxes for your decks, you're missing out. So
now. Can you fit them in there if they're sleeved?
probably not.
Yeah, that's why I haven't put them in there yet.
See,
They didn't fit with sleeves.
it's you Nakira lovers that just have to create chaos with everything. I literally will not play a deck if it's not sleeved. Like
All
Desi
my
will
decks are
tell you.
sleeved.
Desi will tell you I cannot play. Like even look at this. This is a starter deck right here, and I have it sleeved because I will not play with it unsleeved. I just can't.
Yeah. Man goes through card sleeves like they're candy.
Dude,
I can't
like
tell if it's
once a week.
dialing off on me or if I just have reached the point where I have enough cards and I'm like, might as well shuffle, bridge shuffle, and throw them around and let my kid play with them. And
See, that's what I'm doing too. But at least mine are protected. They're in sleeves, so they're not going to get completely destroyed. Hopefully. Yeah, I guess it didn't fare too well for the one trick pony. But although that was yours and that wasn't sleeved, that wasn't mine. But anyway, going back to the topic on
Yeah,
hand here.
yeah. Back to the topic. I want
It's
to point
so-
out that this
It's so
says
easy to derail us.
it says P17 on the bottom, so it's
It's
actually
a promo.
yeah, it's the next promo in the
Oh.
line after Toxifox.
You know what? We're gonna have to look at that on the next arts as well because We've got a
Toxifox was
couple other
15. Who was in between?
Oh, was it? I
There's-
thought it was 16. I know there is a 16.
Sergeant Surge,
Oh,
Sergeant
right.
Electicon
You're
promo.
right.
Right, I didn't have that one yet.
Oh, I did have him up here. Now I don't have him up here. I don't know where I have him, so I can't confirm that. But I'm
All I
pretty
know
sure he's
was
16.
17 is the newest one
Yeah.
in the list.
So that kind of
Maybe it'll
pokes.
be at Gen Con.
Maybe.
I'm going to Gen Con. That makes me happy if that's the case. That really could be a possibility, though, because Zaba has said he wants to rotate them quarterly this year. And so the first 3 months we saw, who was it? Toxifox. And then for the last 3 months, we saw Sergeant Surge at conventions. So now we're kind of in like that new convention season again. We're in quarter 3. So we're technically due for another card.
Hmm. And if it's not at Gen Con, it'll definitely be at Twin Cities Con in November.
Yes, I'm telling you now, if it's at Gen Con, I am going to try to get as many as I can if you let me. Zaba, I'm
Yeah,
not going to steal
really.
them, and I'm not going to take that many, but I want a playset at least. You got to let me have that.
That would be nice. Listen, man, I just want the promos and stuff that I don't have for my binder. That's I just want
Yeah.
the binder to be filled up.
I do. So this is my love-hate with like collecting and playing is I want a set of 4 so I can have a playset. Will I actually use a full playset of these in the deck? Maybe, maybe not. But I want the option to if I want to, you know. And then I'm also like, well, I need at least 1 for my binder because I'm a collector. And then, oh man, I'll probably grade one of these. So give me another one. So I'm sitting here going, I need 6.
minimum.
I don't know if that's realistic, but maybe. But this is a really cool artwork. It's called The Celebration of Autumn, and it
Mhm.
features a night owl with a what is that, Tomepire?
Yeah.
It's Tomepire.
Look at the
And
eyes on Tomepire. He's so
Mhm.
cute.
it's sitting around what looks to be like a Thanksgiving style dinner. It kind of reminds me a lot of a cornucopia without the actual cornucopia. You know, the
Oh yeah, all the stuff inside is just kind of
yeah, the pilgrim type thing, but it's obviously
yeah.
just an autumn themed meal. It's got a apple pie. I'm assuming it's apple pie because what's more
Some kind of
autumn
pie. It's a
oriented
Pumpkin
than
pie.
that?
pie.
Pumpkin. No, pumpkin pies don't look
That's
like
not.
that.
It doesn't even look like pumpkin pie. You are right though. Pumpkin pie is more autumn themed, I guess. But so I don't know.
So my
Maybe
question
cherry
is,
pie.
this arena is obviously not in the game yet.
Hmm.
Will this be potentially in Cosmic Collision, or since it is a giant thing of food, would it be in set 4 Fantastic
Ooh,
Feast?
ooh.
My bet would be on set 4 for the food theme.
But would he
Really
It would
early
do?
make
for
more
the promo.
sense.
But would he make a promo that early to
Yeah.
skip another set? You know,
Why
that
not?
makes me think that it could be a Cosmic Collision card, and this is just a special art that may not have relevance to the set exactly.
I mean, we have like Gamatron Alpha and stuff that we can't use still.
True.
So I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah, and Kamikaru,
Yeah.
which has been somebody has made a I think it's a well-educated guess that that could be what that stellar rare we saw last week was. A
That'd be cool.
potential
I could see that.
like a since we know stellar rares, the only one we've seen so far was the deity of Nostrum. And now we've seen a second one, so the only thing we know is that the stellar rare is a deity. So that kind of makes sense if it's another deity, which Kamikaru kind of is. It's the legendary Frog King, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I could see that.
I thought it was a good theory. So, but yeah, this is a new arena with a new mechanic on it. It says this arena is destroyed at the end of your third turn after it was played. No fighters or heroes may attack while this arena is in play. I can already see Jonesy just absolutely breaking this.
Yeah.
It's not
I
even in
actually
play
really
yet, and I
like the.
see he's gonna break it. I'm gonna try to break it first.
I really like
Um,
that ability. It's
Just
a
gonna
good
see if I
like
can break
stall arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
So-
second with Brecken and then throw that out first. And then just every get going.
You wouldn't even need it. You could use any hero really, because you can't do anything for 3 turns except, like play fighters or equipment or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, you almost want to do this like mid game. See, I don't know. I don't know. And,
It's one of
and
those
hand,
cards where like if you need a couple of turns to get set up, you're like, all right, well, here we
this
go.
would
This
be
would be great
good.
after a board wipe.
This
Yeah.
would be great after a board wipe, or I think
Mhm.
it would be really good at the very beginning, like Desi said. If you have Brecken and you go second,
That was
throw
Minnow.
this out turn 1, and then after 3 turns, somebody's deck like the Mini Malice deck, it's all lower level fighters. You could stack the board before your opponent can even get 2 or 3 fighters out, and then you just go ham.
Mhm.
Interesting. And this is
But
going to be a
you
really
can
useful
replace
card.
it still with another arena.
You can, and
So
that's kind of the cool thing.
assuming your opponent doesn't have an arena in their hands.
But we have noticed in the last few tournaments that arenas are kind of underplayed by people.
Yes. I think that last tournament kind of opened up eyes to seeing like how underutilized arenas are. But this card in particular will definitely make arenas way more viable and make people appreciate arenas.
Mhm.
So this is a good step, in my opinion, if I'm looking at Zaba, because you have something that's kind of being underutilized and not really looked at enough. And this kind of makes you have to look at it, because if you're not running an arena in your deck and your opponent throws this out, you better be ready or else you're going to get slaughtered. But if you have arenas and you think my opponent may be playing this, I better have an arena or two just in case.
Mm-hmm.
At least makes you start to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of cool. I like it. Obviously, the artwork is top tier. The creation studio, is that Zaba, like at his studio?
No.
Who does that?
Let me see here if I can find it.
Because I've seen it before, the creation studio, and I always kind of thought maybe it was like Zaba and team doing the artworks, but this is one of the best artworks I think I've seen in the game. Like it's so good.
I like that they toned down like the menacing look of Night Owl. You made its face more relaxed, or
I wanted to say cute and cuddly, and it's not really the correct thing to think of, but it's more friendly. It's more easy going. Like he could be your friend. But it's funny because the last Secret Shard 16, they had that Night Owl card that just looks absolutely menacing. And I love it. So it's really cool to kind of see the two different sides of like a fighter like this, where it could be, absolutely menacing, look terrifying, scary, not really scary, but like if this thing's flying at me, I'm probably going to die type of thing. And then you also have it here where it's like, this is the same fighter, but I kind of want to just give him a hug.
So the creation studio is I can't tell if it's one or more artists based out of Malaysia.
Oh, interesting. I tell you what, they did a fantastic job if it's multiple people. It was really good artwork.
Yeah. So it looks like they did some of the secret shards back in the day too.
Yeah, I've seen them around on card. I think they did some for base set too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll have to go look, but I've definitely seen the creation studio, and they make some good artwork.
They've got a lot in harmonic search.
Oh, maybe that's where I've seen them then. They did good work, and I'm happy that we're getting more of it. So.
Everybody's favorite laser barrier.
Oh, yes. That is such a good card. I love that. That is probably my favorite surprise of all time. It's no surprise when I play it. Zoinks!
Wow.
See what I did there?
I'll
All right,
play
let's move
surprise
on.
for 5 mana. Wonder what that is.
I know. I honestly, I've thought about throwing in mixtape. Not even just for it being a useful surprise, just to throw people off. Because it makes them think,
Yeah.
This was another artwork that was shared at the same time as the Celebration of Autumn. And this is very much winter themed, so I think we're going to see this around Christmas time, but look at how cute and adorable this is. You got Shimmer Seraph with, I assume that's Shimmer Seraph.
That's
in
what I
like
was thinking.
a different gown thing.
More angelic seraph.
Yeah, which is really cool because I feel like this is the second or third time we've seen kind of like an alternate art of Shimmer Seraph, and I like that idea. I like that theme. But you've got that, and you've got Afri, which is giant. It's kind of like a creepy baby doll, but
My favorite part's Reptilium on the spook crater up there.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
just
dude,
looking
isn't
at
that so good? So at first glance, you honestly, if you didn't know the Nostalgix fighters, you're probably like, "What the heck is that?" But yeah, I'm not going to point to it with my mouse because I don't want to get it all over the image. But it's a dinosaur riding a rocket ship, and that rocket ship also happens to be a fighter, and it's wearing a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose. Like it's genius. And then you got the big cup of hot chocolate with the marshmallows in it. It's just like, this card makes me feel warm and cozy.
Now, there's no text or anything on this, so I wonder if it's going to be like a poster or something.
Well, so most artworks come in this kind of form. Usually they're like a little bit more wide as well, but like even Pokemon and Magic, when they commission the art, it's art like this, and then they just slap the text and everything on over top. So they just kind of give them
Hmm.
the direction, like, hey, we kind of want it to go this way with these kinds of elements and stuff like that, but we leave it up to your creative mind to come up with it. So I don't know who came up with this one. It doesn't actually say, but it's a pretty good artwork, and it makes me very excited for the winter time because I think this is a pretty big spoiler for whatever seasonal secret shards we're going to get for that.
I think it is a card, just based on the instructions for the custom hero card stuff. They want more of the action in the top half of the image, but it is
Mhm.
a full image that they're looking for.
Yeah, and like even if they did it like the Night Owl, here I'm going to go back to it real quick. This is a full art card, but you still have to have the text bubble on here and the name bubble, and then obviously the credits to everything is down at the bottom. So even though it's like a full art card and the text box is kind of transparent and you kind of see through to it, it still blocks a lot of what's going on in the bottom half of the card. So when you get something like this, I definitely tend to think that name of the card is going to go across right here. Text box is
Hmm.
going to be just below that. So then you're still getting, like the Shimmer Seraph from the waist up. You're getting all of Afri, and then you're going to still be able, where the border is going to come through is probably going to be like right here. So you're going to still see that little bit of Reptilium in there.
I just
Dude,
get good feelings from this image. I dig it.
oh, you know what? I can zoom in, can't I? Oh, that didn't zoom in very far. Oh yeah, no, that was really clever and it's really cool. And now that I've kind of zoomed in a little bit, I know that this is more or less like a painting, just based on the textures I see on the hat up here. Like you can see this line right here, like a paintbrush stroke.
Hmm.
But then it also kind of makes me feel like maybe it's going to be textured.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah. What if because
Snowflake
it's
textures.
what if because it's going to be a seasonal secret shards, they do textured cards. I mean, obviously Zaba's broken that barrier and come through with his own texture. Now he did it the really cool way where it's all hand mapped. Um, I don't know. Maybe they just put like some generic texture on this, or maybe they hand map it again. They do like one or two cards per set.
No, you could do hand mapped, but like the winter theme, you could do like snowflakes, and then the autumn theme, you could do little leaves or whatever, and
Dude, that would be so cool.
flower buds for spring, and sunbursts for summer. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, that would actually be really cool. That's a good idea. I hope Zaba's watching and listening. And
Write
Send
that
them
down.
a-
Write that
Write that
down.
down.
yeah, exactly. Listen, Zaba, we're giving you the ideas for free. I know you're a creative genius, but
We really do be spitballing gold mines over here.
that's right. Hoping I'm gonna spitball some gold in my pack later in this episode too.
Ooh, yeah.
So we got that one. So we've seen at least one card from two different seasonal sets now.
Ooh, what's the next? Ooh, the next one's probably gonna be Halloween if they're going on major.
This is Pi Day.
Oh.
So in the Discord, he posted, pick a holiday and, we'll throw a card out there. And somebody said my birthday, and Zawa said, well, my birthday is 3/14, which is Pi Day. So then he threw this card out, and I was just like, how ironic that it actually happened to be something where you could throw down this card. But
I'm
hey,
trying to figure out what this creature is.
yeah,
We haven't seen this yet, have we? It kind of looks like Ankar, but it's not. With like the little hook thing on the tail.
well, I was thinking about that earlier, and I'm like, I don't know that we've seen this yet. And if this is a spring themed seasonal card, that's right around the time when Cosmic Collisions should be releasing. So this could very well be a new character. So I don't know. I was thinking about it earlier too, and I'm like, I don't really know that I've seen this before. when I first saw it, I thought, hey, that's Whiscash from Pokemon. I'm like, wait, that's
No,
the
that's
wrong TCG.
Swalot right there.
I kind of see it, like I kind of get it,
He's
but
got the Magikarp mustache.
he's clearly but so does Whiscash.
Yeah,
But
but
he's clearly a
Swalot's also
fish.
purple.
But he's a fish.
I think it's all a distraction, and the pie is actually going to be the fighter.
The pie has eyes.
Poisonous pie.
Or the pie could be like a new equipment or something where you equip it to an opponent's fighter and it distracts them for a turn so they can't attack.
I could see that. What's on the little paper? Is that a little Kabu?
Yeah, that looks like
Looks
I'll
like a
zoom in
little
just a little bit.
smiling. He's winking. It's a little
It
winky
does.
Kambu.
It looks like Kabu. He definitely looks like
Glasses?
he's winking. And it looks like it's
Professor
like a little
Kabu?
boy. Like he's on the body of a little boy or something, right?
He's laying down, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. But then it's like a plate or napkin or something, and it says 3.14 next to it. So obviously referencing pie outside the big slice of pie. And then you have pie in the window, and then you have Dubstoad. I don't really know what Dubstoad's there for.
He's got the little graduation cap on it, like he's like the professor. Is that a dunce cap on this?
Is
Whatever
it? Is it?
It kind of looks like a witch hat
Yeah.
to me.
Oh. I was kind of
Dunce
thinking
caps are
this-
taller, I think.
Well, this little like symbol on here, I kind of thought might be a slice of pie at first too, just first
Kinda,
glance. So I was
Hmm.
like, oh, maybe they are really doing the pie theme on this.
yeah.
They're really going hard for the pie.
But
love
I mean, it's
pie.
pretty cool. The fact that we got 3 different arts and they all happen to be for 3 different seasons is kind of cool because it's like we just got a glimpse into 3 of the 4 next secret shards for the upcoming year. That is kind of sweet.
Zabal, you should do one for my birthday next time.
Well, he said holidays, not randos' birthdays.
It's a holiday for me.
I'm
Yeah.
convinced that they just have planned everything out and they've got one for every day of the year and they can just do whatever.
No matter what anybody says, they're like, yeah, we've got that.
What if that was the case though, where it was like this year since we've got 4 sets for one for each season, we're gonna do like 15 cards, and then next year for the corresponding sets, we're just gonna shift to the right one calendar date and do cards for that, and then the year after, and just keep going until you've covered them.
With how much they work, I would not be surprised.
Dude, with how much Zaba and his team works, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have the roadmap until 2030 already laid out, everything already set in stone, like
Yeah.
things being worked on, and so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That would be big brain moves though. That I would honestly, I would drive to Minnesota just to give you a pat on the back, Zaba, if that was the case, because that's some dedication right there.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I don't know how they're planning on doing it. I feel like some of the staples are going to be there every year. Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the major holidays.
Honestly, it would be really cool as an American to see other countries' like major holidays included in this too. Like, most of us are ignorant and we don't really know a lot about other countries' major holidays and stuff. Like, I know about Boxing Day in Canada just because we're so close to Canada. But outside of that, like, I really couldn't tell you any other major holiday from another country. So I kind of hope that's something they do, considering that Nostalgix is worldwide too. Just a thought.
They could do like something for like, what is it, Day of the Dead?
Oh yeah. What is that?
Dio de los Muertos.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna
Yeah,
butcher it
something
and
about
make everyone mad. So.
Neo
The
Deus.
Sugar Skulls. I could see it.
That'd be a neat card artwork.
That
I
would
think.
Maybe Devante Morte.
Ooh, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Well, I'm just thinking there's like, honestly unlimited possibilities with that because there's so many different cultures out there that you could draw from to produce like themed cards. And at the same time, it's like a learning experience. So I don't know. I think that would be a really cool idea.
Oh yeah.
But all right. And do you guys have any other like thoughts or comments on the new secret shards, what it could be, or anything like that?
Gimme now.
keep. Yeah, I am waiting for it. I posted the meme in the Discord. I think you both saw it about like me waiting for the next bit of Nostalgix
Yeah.
news, and that's it. Like I've been fishing with Zaba. He's probably getting annoyed if I'm being honest.
He's
I've been
probably
fishing
like,
with
man,
him
I
every
muted
time
him
he
like
goes.
3 weeks ago.
Probably. Well, like even on his Instagram live he did the other day, I was like, "Hey, any spoilers?" He didn't answer it, so he may not have even seen it. I don't know, but
Muted.
I'm just like, yeah, I got banned for 5 minutes. He's like, "No, go sit down." But I'm just
child.
I'm so excited. I'm always looking forward to the next thing, And I'm definitely loving everything we've got going on right now, but it just makes me so excited knowing there's always more coming. So
Patience.
yeah. Patience I have not.
We know.
All right. Right, like I just want my Valkyrian binder and playmat and sleeves
Deck
and
box and tattoo and
yeah. Zaba.
Plushie
Okay, Zaba.
and life-size figure and
I forgot who said it. It may have been Jonesy. It may have been Minnow. I don't really remember. Somebody put, you got to get a Nostalgix tattoo, and it's got to be matching with Zaba. Was that you?
yeah.
I would totally do it if you would do a Valkyrian.
I don't know about
That's-
Valkyrian.
that's the only one that
Okay,
he'll do.
okay. If he gets whatever character fighter he wants, I'll get a Valkyrian.
I would get a full Nakira chest tattoo.
I bet you would. I'm gonna get one. So all right,
That's
so
too
I've got a
much.
tattoo idea. I've been like eyeing and kind of drawing out, but I want to do like a forest going up my arm, and then do like a bunch of Viking themes on it, going up into a night sky. And I was planning on getting like Night Owl included somewhere up high in the night sky. I was like, man, I could easily fit Valkyrian somewhere down like in the forest and make it cool,
Yeah.
So maybe. Zamba, if you're watching or listening.
It's free advertising.
It is. I would.
Free real estate.
Well, I mean, I wear this hat when I go to work pretty much every single day, and I get questions about it all the time. So
I
So-
wear mine at work every day, and it's really dirty, and probably can't tell what it is anymore.
Funny story. I was wearing my Lucky Frog backpack out at the mall the other day, and I stopped by Games by James because they're carrying Nostalgix now and grabbed some packs, and
nice.
planned on people ask about it, give them a pack, and I only had one person ask, but
It's not a bad idea. Yeah. I might do that if my son would let me have the backpack back.
That's why you need to get a second one.
I know you guys. I missed it with the deal. For some reason, I kept thinking the doorbusters were going until the 31st, not the 21st. I thought I had time.
Is that
Well-
apparel code gone too?
Yeah, that's
I
gone.
think so.
That was part of it, yeah.
Yeah, because it was 29. Well, it was like $8 off or something like that with the apparel code, and it's like $7 shipping. So it was technically going to be like $28 for me total shipped. So that's really not bad. And I guess I could have gotten the doorbuster for $50 that had that, the Voodoo, and the Kabu. But I'm like, I've already got one Voodoo that I'm getting ready to throw into a giveaway to send out. Obviously, I have my own Voodoo back here. I was like, I didn't want to get too many plushies and not have like decks and cards and stuff to give away with it. So I don't think people just want a random plushie of a TCG they've never heard of, have no way of playing or anything like that, unless they
Yeah.
get something like a deck to go along with it. And I need to make sure I get a couple more decks to do the giveaways with, but I
So
almost did. I was thinking about it.
I did that. I followed that thought process through. So I've got a little fatty frog with 2 playmats, 2 starter decks, Voodoo, Kabu. Just kind of at some point give it away to somebody looking to start. So
Nice.
yeah.
That is a fantastic idea. That's really cool. I might, my son, I think, is gonna go with me to the card shop on Thursday to play. So maybe I'll stack my my Lucky Frog backpack then with some stuff to bring in. I'm trying to think of all these different creative ways to kind of advertise and give out stuff for free so people can get into it. So it's kind of cool to see ideas like that. It's really awesome. But we've got some cool news. Talking of things that are cool, I shared this picture on Instagram recently. For those of you who are on the audio only side, I have got my Instagram up, and it's a picture of the stained glass card. So I've got the Avengelin, it's got the booster box dragon, and it's got the seal casta. And I don't remember what I said, but it was just something about like there's nothing cooler than the stained glass jumbo cards from Nostalgix TCG. And Zaba, I think he loves teasing me, honestly. I think he like genuinely enjoys it because he said, "Thank you, excited to create the follow-up to these soon." And of course, I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? There's gonna be more? And he never answered me. He left me hanging. Again, I think he likes teasing me a little bit on this stuff. He gives me a little bit because he knows I'm going to talk about it. But we are going to be getting some more stained glass jumbo cards here soon, it seems like. So, any thoughts or ideas what they would be?
You already know mine.
Yeah, Nakira.
I think they do a Gamatron.
I was gonna say, so the one theme that I'm seeing with this is it's all fighters. So either I see them going all fighters again, or doing the opposite and just doing 3 heroes.
So based on the amount of fighters in set 2, I would probably be more inclined for heroes. Well, like especially like Kazuraleko, super colorful. I guarantee they've got a really sweet altar that would be really great for that.
So I was kind of thinking along that lines too, and I was trying to think like what would they do for it. I think Kazuraleko is definitely one they would do. And here's my thing. I almost feel like they would do all harmonic surge cards too. Since we got 3 that was all base set because that's all we had. Part of me is really leaning towards the fact that they might just do all harmonic surge. So I was thinking Kazuraleko, doing the void rare version of King Frigus Diesel because he's a dragon that looks sick already. And I think it kind of fits with the booster box dragon
too.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the last one, I had picked Vargas. Just because it's like that wild card one. It's one that doesn't I really wouldn't expect to get a lot of cards in the future. Like even Shiga only got what, 1 secret shard?
Yeah.
So there's literally only 2 cards outside the Nexus rare that features Shiga. So I'm like, that would honestly be a cool way to include your like secret rare that's not really secret rare in a stained glass jumbo. And maybe that's just me hoping. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think a Gamatron one would be cool.
Yeah.
Because they have booster box dragon. So, why wouldn't they do Gamatron? Because they're like the 2
and
big
here's the
ones.
thing. These were test prints too. Like he only did 100 of each of these as a test print. So maybe they do more than 3 for the next one. I don't know. I still feel like I feel like he still likes the idea of them being somewhat limited to give a collector appeal. And I feel like if he does more than 3, it won't be more than 5. But I don't know. I don't know. Any thoughts on who the 3 could be outside of Kazira Luka?
I like the Napsalata line, but they're just super cute.
They are, and you know what? They do have a lot of
Agreed.
color too.
And just
They
how
would be cool.
detailed, like, I mean, all the little fins and stuff that they're rocking. They could do a really sweet all-in-one with all 3 evolutions.
Dude, I was honestly about to say that. What if they included all 3 in one
That
card?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
I'll
tough.
set up in my office here.
I tell you what, I don't envy Zaba in having to pick out which ones you do like that, because I'd be like, let's just do one for everyone. Why stop there? Let's go all out.
I'm sure eventually they will, but they've got to pick and choose a good variety.
Well, and I think part of it is Nostalgix is still very much a baby game, like a game in its infancy, and we're still growing and we're still trying to expand as big as we possibly can, as fast as we possibly can in that front. And if we got to like a quarter of the size of what Pokemon is, I could see them doing a lot more of these a lot more frequently too. But like I said, because the fan base is smaller and we're within the first year of Nostalgix being available to people. So
yeah,
I know Nostalgix.
It hasn't been a year yet.
Yeah, the Kickstarter I think officially shipped out to everybody in September or October. So we're not even at a full year of like product being available and people getting into the game and all that. I know there was people into it and things happening beforehand. I almost wouldn't count it though, because people couldn't get product before then. So like the game officially started, in my opinion, at the time the Kickstarter distributed product to people, and people were starting to get their boxes and decks and playmats and all that things. So Nostalgix to me is not even a year old publicly, and there's still a lot of time to grow and get bigger and all that. So I think this is great baby steps, like small steps to kind of give those of us dedicated to it now really cool stuff, yet also appeals to a larger base out there that may not know about Nostalgix yet, or maybe this is the first type of thing they see and they go, holy cow, that is so cool. What is that? I want to look into it. I mean, I got 20 likes on this photo. I couldn't even tell you who everybody was that liked it. I know for a fact there's some people that like this photo I'd never even seen before, so this may be the first time they've seen Nostalgix too, So I think it's a great tactic to kind of give, like I said, us who are in it something really, really cool and awesome that nobody else is getting because no other TCG is doing this. But also it appeals to people who are not into the TCG right now to be like, whoa, okay, these guys are serious. They're creating some like really cool stuff. I want it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool. Like I said, he posted that he's creating the follow-ups to these very soon. I'm gonna try Zaba, plug your ears. When we get to Gen Con next week, I'm gonna try to dig and get some info as much as I can on all of this stuff. See if I can't get a little spoiler or something to show off to everybody. So, wish me luck.
I'm gonna try and get some promo cards. That's my goal.
Desi's over here just like, I just want the promos, man. Like, you can give me the news when it comes. Just give
Once
me
you
the promos.
start trying to get the promos, you cannot stop.
Be like, if you got any extras of,
It's a train that does not slow down.
all of them, then, I'll take like one of each,
Yeah, like Desi's already said, he's trying to collect one of every promo that's ever been created and cards like that. Now, I do want to know, do you consider all the creator cards and like the staff cards part of the promos? Because I'm pretty sure they're numbered.
Yeah.
So those are going to be hard.
Yeah.
Minnow
Well-
has helped me out big time with that venture.
I have actually.
You know what? The
They're
creator cards-
not numbered.
They're not. I was going to say, because like this, my card that I have is not numbered. It does not have anything at the bottom.
Yep, Mecha Queen Courtney, Teaming Princess Marcy. They've got.
So
the
there's
Everyone's a
cards
Hero.
that are unlisted that you have to look for too, Desi.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, there's a couple more that I have to get. I think, yeah, Minnow, you sent me Marcy. I think I had Courtney's.
Did you
maybe
get
some-
MJ's?
I have MJ's, and I actually have her signed too, which was really
nice.
cool.
I don't have any of those because I started this too late.
I do have Cardmaster Zaba as well, and I think I have one of the hardest cards to get, which is Game Master Ender. I almost feel like he may have gave that to me by mistake because it showed up with all my other. When he sent me my box of promo cards, he gave me his promo card too, but it was like kind of stuck to the back of his. So I'm like, I don't know if he meant to give it to me or not, but I'm not sending it back.
You're gonna get a
It's
knock
really
on your
cool.
door soon.
Yeah, I put that in my safe. Nobody can get in.
Yeah, I've got the only hero promo I have is Rens.
And that's okay. That's a place to start. I know.
Well, and I have Agent Ando, unlisted Agent Ando, but
Well, dude, going to Gen
got that from
Con.
the box.
So Desi and I are going to Gen Con next week, and we're going to be teaming up with Zaba and his brother to run the Nostalgix booth. So that might be an opportunity you get. Game Cardmaster Zaba. So
Hopefully.
I don't know. Hey, it never hurts to ask, right?
True.
You want to collect that binder. But there is one card that I know Minnow has, and like I said, we're like collectively trying to get like one of every card. Now Desi's kind of in this mix too of like getting one of every card. I think between the three of us we can accomplish that.
The Secret Shards promo, etc. binder.
Everything in the binder. I do want that Jason Page card though, signed by him. It's because they're limited. They're one of 100, and I'm like, I feel like people are gonna buy those faster than anybody
So
else.
nice.
So I think I might buy that.
And it is
soonish.
tournament legal with the release of Harmonic Surge.
Yeah, because he's got what, Crescendo?
Yep.
Yeah, so there we go. It's pretty cool. I like the fact that he gave him that ability, considering it's very musically themed, and he's obviously a singer. So, I mean, he does all that little stuff. He takes all that little stuff into consideration, and that's what part of what makes the game beautiful.
I want to know what Retros is so
I
bad.
know. I've reached out to him on Discord. I did it through the podcast. I think I messaged him on Discord too to be like, my guy, I've got my own limited 1 of 100 promo card that Zaba made for me. Like, I will trade you a 1-for-1 swap. I haven't got an answer back, so I hope he watches this eventually, and he's like, yes, Ren, I'll love to trade cards with you.
With how long he's had those and not been listed anywhere, it's not. So if you look at the print run database, Wave Rider Retro still isn't on there. I'm wondering if the ability is from set 3.
What do you mean? Because it's listed in the, like when you go to the cards, like all the promos and staff cards and stuff, he's listed on there.
In the print run database in Discord,
Yeah.
there's no retro on there.
Hold on, let me. Okay, you guys talk for a minute. I'm gonna look this up. Where's print run database? There it is. All right, hold on. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I know it's kind of hard to see. Custom hero cards. We got Showmaster MJ, Demon Queen, Princess
Oh,
Marnie, Mecha,
I wasn't looking
Collector
on that.
Ren.
I was looking
See,
at
look, I
Discord.
am on there. Nobody believed me. They're like, this no-name weirdo is on here, but no, I'm on here. AJ Korea is on here as well. He's not made a single post about his though either. So I kind of want to know what his is and if he's going to be doing anything with the game or not. But Wave Rider Retro also has his own card on here. Now it doesn't say what the ability or anything is. It just lists it as
Okay,
a custom hero card.
I was wrong.
So Desi, if you were wanting to collect all the custom hero cards, here's your list right here, buddy. So on this
Yeah.
list, I have this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm missing 3. I'm missing January, which I'm not sure who that is. Oh, through an artist named Yobot. That's the one that did the Evelyn, the Secret Shards 9 Evelyn, but I've not actually seen what this one is. So I don't know. But then I haven't seen AJ Korea's either. I haven't seen him post about it either. And I feel like the fact that he's listed on here and 100 copies obtainable through content creator named AJ Korea means that he's already physically received those cards. Same with Wave Rider Retro, and we've seen in the post that Poke Retro posted that they are there and he has them physically. So I wonder if AJ Korea has his or not, but I don't know. But there is a database on there. It also actually lists the limit break cards, which there's 10 of. So that's kind of cool too. There's a lot of cards to collect. There's a lot of cards to collect. And we're slowly chipping away at all of them. But Desi, could your keyboard be any louder?
Yeah, probably.
Good lord.
It's because my mic's right next to it.
That's true. That is true. So let's see. We've got the stained glass cards. Next set of them coming up soon. Feel free to comment down below in the YouTube video that what you think the next stained glass jumbo cards are going to be. And on the audio side, like the streaming platforms, I'm probably going to put like a poll up what you think the next jumbo card, stained glass cards are going to be. Feel free to comment in there, make your picks, let us know. Let us just know which ones you hope are in there even. I love reading those things when you guys post them. So I know I had kind of an order you guys can read here. I'm going to skip number 3 for now and come back to it at the end. We're going to go into TCG Player maybe nearing adding Nostalgix to their database with more demand. And the whole reason I say that is because on here I have my Twitter page, and I did a very simple tweet. I said at TCG Player, when will Nostalgix be added to your site? And they said, hey, while we don't currently support Nostalgix, I'll be sure to forward your message over to our management and product teams for future consideration. The more buzz a product line gets, the more likely we are to add it to the marketplace. Thanks for reaching out. So to me, that's showing that they have heard some of us, because we've been tagging them before and stuff. They know that we're out there, and they know that we want them to add it to their site. It's almost like they're challenging us, like, hey, get more people to tweet at us, to message us on Instagram, Discord, wherever else. Let us know there's a big audience for this, and we'll add it to the site. So everybody who's watching this, doesn't matter what platform, all the platforms, if you could, hit up TCG Player and let them know you want Nostalgix on the website. Seriously, do it. I'm going to be doing it like once a week at least. Going, hey, any update? Hey, can we get it yet? We need them to know that there's a large player base and collector base of us that want them to add it to their site so they can add it. And I really truly think that if we get like everybody in the Discord community who's active and posts and plays in the tournament stuff, I think we have enough people there to make it happen if we all start bugging them, frequently. So,
Yeah, I think that's the case. I did just check my Twitter. The only reason I have it is for Nostalgix. Um, they responded to me as well that they'll add me to the list of folks looking for Nostalgix support. So
see, that is super cool.
hit them up.
Yeah, this is big. That means they are actually like keeping a tally of who is asking for it and like how often. So, seriously, the more people that reach out to them on all the platforms and show their interest, the better it's going to be. So, I've got my buddies over in the Cardboard Addict podcast who's hitting them up, telling them like, "Hey, we want this added." I'm trying to get more people on Twitter and Instagram to hit them up and have them add it. So seriously, I think this is within the realms of possibilities. I know we've talked in the Discord before about kind of how hard and somewhat unrealistic it is to get added as a new game, just because some of the costs kind of surrounding it without having like all this attention driven to it. But this is kind of like the back door to getting in. It's just bombard them with requests for in demand for the game, and they'll just put it in naturally. So this is the best case scenario for us. Seriously, I can't plead with you guys enough. If you are watching this, listening to this, and you have social media of any kind, just hit them up, tag them, let them know we want Nostalgix added to their site. I really think we can do it, guys. Desi, I know you've got Twitter. Have you reached out to them?
No, I've been busy doing.
Banned.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That was funny, and I couldn't pass.
You
on
guys
that
see
up.
this abuse of power here?
I totally like mid sentence just kicked him off stream. That was good. I'm sorry, buddy. It's all out of love.
You're not sorry.
No, not really. We're brothers. I can't be that sorry.
You can.
No.
You can show
It's
some remorse.
literally against our nature.
I don't know what kind of nature you got. You need to fix it.
Spoken like a true little brother. All right. We have one more real topic that is kind of it's going to be something big coming to Nostalgix Discord here very soon. So if you are a player of the game and you are not in the Discord, you really need to jump in now, because with Harmonic Surge, Zaba has announced a new competition that's going to be build a starter deck with base set and Harmonic Surge. And everybody's going to be kind of in competition doing this. And the top two decks, the best two decks that are easy to play and mesh well together, like so they're balanced. One's not better than the other. If you can accomplish those two things, you have a real shot at winning this competition. I don't know if there's going to be prizes for the whoever wins. I really don't remember if he said that or not, but he is going to make those two decks that win like official starter decks for Nostalgix, and I'm sure you'll probably get like a copy of them for free.
So they haven't, officially announced anything yet, but the last time they did this for the base set starter decks, the respective winners of the demo deck contest all received a single deck of what they created, all of the cards fully hollow and silver gilded.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Well, first of all, I didn't even know that existed.
Yep.
And now you just made me want something else I'm probably never going to get.
I've been hunting.
I did not know that was even a thing. This makes me want to win this competition so much more.
Yep.
Oh, man. I think between the three of us, one of us has to be at least one of the winners. Like we have to.
I don't even know where to begin.
I've already
That's
got one
good because
deck.
I've already got two.
I've got one deck that
I'm
I've
stealing
got.
one of yours.
It's still bumpy. I still have to iron it out. I've got to add some other cards to it because I'm not quite happy with the final product so far. So I'm going to be doing some deck testing. Dusty will likely see my deck here very soon since he's going to be like my main
Your mic's
play
cutting
testing
out,
guy.
buddy.
There you go.
Huh?
You were
There you
sounding
go.
a little muffled for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're good now.
Interesting. I didn't touch a single thing. So I was just saying, Dusty's probably going to see my deck here pretty soon because he's like my main play testing partner. Minnow will likely see it too. I'm sure I'll do some play testing with you. But I do have one deck that I think is going to be able to balance well against most things without having actually tested it yet. That's just my general thought. So I'm kind of hoping that's the case. I just need to build a second deck to pair with it. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I really hope that's still the case that like you get a full holographic version of that deck all silver gilded. That would just be so cool.
That would be awesome.
Honestly, I'd be okay with just like a single card, like the hero card from that deck being sent to me holographic with like a special foil and gilded. Like that enough that alone would be enough for me. I mean, besides the fact that like something you created is an official product. But that's part of what makes Nostalgix so cool to me is that like you can become part of the TCG. Like you don't have to buy into it. Like MetaZoo, as much as I dislike MetaZoo and all that, people buy in to get their stuff featured in MetaZoo. You don't have to do that with Nostalgix. Pokemon doesn't even do that. Like they do some collaborations and stuff, and they do the artist um, competitions and stuff. But it's just like if you're good enough and you win, we're gonna produce your card and put it out there, mass produce it for everybody to buy, and you get some free copies of it. Nostalgic's doing the same thing. Hey, you make a deck that's good enough and easy enough for beginners to pick up and play. Why not? Here, have a cool copy of that deck to commemorate like you being somebody who did that.
A trophy copy.
Yeah, that's essentially
Mhm.
what it is like a trophy, but way cooler.
I want all of my cards to be metal.
Dude,
A
I'm
full
telling you
metal
what.
deck.
If he starts making metal cards in the future of all these cards, I will build a metal card deck. Like it's gonna happen. It may not be good, but it's gonna happen.
That would really suck to have thrown at you when you're upset.
Table flip. Just a bunch of metal cards come flying at you.
You're not going to touch
It would
it
be-
next time.
Face.
Dude, it would be a real life metal card flick.
I want. Okay, now we have to get a metal version of Metal Card Flick just so we can flick it at people.
Yeah. Just a
Buddy,
limited
don't tempt
run,
me. You were
100.
in the danger zone now.
That was for Zaba, not you.
Yeah, uh-huh. Well, you gave me the idea. That's the unfortunate part for you.
Well, you're not gonna make it, so it doesn't
I can come
matter.
over to your house and flick a metal card at you, though.
I could do the same thing to you.
No, you can't. You
That's
don't.
not how
You
that
don't,
works.
you don't have a key to my house. I have a key to yours, though.
Uh-oh.
You got windows.
That are all locked. It's good luck.
Made of glass.
I mean, if you shatter it, I'm going to hear you, and then I'm probably going to grab my Second Amendment and meet you at the window. But good luck, buddy, with that venture. I like the creativity you were trying to come up with. But no, so I don't know. I thought that was really cool. I'm really looking forward to this like whole deck creation thing. I tell you what, it's something I've been looking forward to since the moment he like, kind of soft announced it like a month and a half ago. And we still don't have like the official details of the competition yet. He said it's coming very, very soon. So I kind of imagine after Gen Con is probably when the official announcement's going to go live, or maybe right before Gen Con. I don't know. But I'm working on my decks now. I know Minnow's already got his decks. Desi's probably going to start working on his decks here pretty soon. And then once the official rules drop, we'll just have to adjust our deck slightly to whatever the contest rules may be, but um I know we're not alone either. I know Jonesy's been looking at that. I know Elusive and Shadow Fiend have been looking at it
Hold
too.
on. Jonesy, caveat, has to be balanced with the other starter decks.
It has to be an
Overpowered.
actual deck
Yeah.
for beginners.
He comes up, here's Shigo Turbo Draw. Like, no, buddy, sorry. Starter deck.
Get out.
But having said that, I think Jonesy has the creativity
Oh yeah.
to sit down and make like an easygoing starter deck too. It'd be weird seeing a starter deck coming from Jonesy since it's going to be something that's beatable, but I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with, buddy.
Something that anybody can play.
But I've got one deck that's already kind of there, and I'm going to hammer out. I don't know. I've just been drawing inspiration from the 6 original base set decks, kind of how they run and how they operate, and I've been taking from them to just make something that here's what you want to do. If anybody's watching and you're kind of wanting to join in on this competition and you just don't really know where to start on deck building, especially when it comes to starter decks are probably going to be the easier decks to build because you don't have to get very complicated with it. Simple is honestly almost better. You don't want to have like a bunch of high level, high tier cards in there. You just want something that's going to be easy to start playing. It's going to flow easy, and it's going to be easy to learn the mechanics of the game. So, first and foremost, you want to have all 5 card types in your deck. You want a fighter, you want an arena, you want equipment, surprise, and spells. Like the famous Michael Scott said, keep it simple, stupid. Just don't overthink it. Pick a mechanic or like a very easygoing combo to build around. Like, for example, the Divine Rule deck was all around the heal mechanic. So there was life touch, and then there was just straight up healing. That was what the whole deck was based around. And then you have a deck like Stack of Fox, the Cluster Fox deck, which was all based around the combo of Stack of Fox and other foxes being included. Like that was the whole gist of it. So there's 2 different ways you really could come up with deck ideas and start building off it. But my personal opinion is look at the 6 starter decks we already have and build something around like what they emulate. Simple. You guys got any thoughts, any input?
Oh, that sums up how I was approaching it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mini Malice is not allowed.
Come on.
Same reason I can't have my booster box dragon deck.
I would
Pond deck 2.
No, that's banned too.
Yep. I would
That
add
one-
on to.
Go ahead.
I would add on to take a look at the different abilities that aren't the starter decks aren't utilizing currently, and seeing what you can build around that might be balanced.
Yep. Exactly. And with Harmonic Surge being included too, there's a lot of new like abilities or things you can build around that would make it more Harmonic Surge themed, which is kind of the idea, you know.
Mhm.
I believe Zaba wants everybody to use Harmonic Surge and base set cards to keep things as balanced and even as possible. Because you could do just Harmonic Surge cards, but they might not be as balanced for beginner level play than base set, because base set included a lot of like the entry level cards, you know, your reverses, your nopes, rewind times, simple cards that aren't really, they're beginner style cards. And Harmonic Surge has a lot of more intermediate style cards, in my personal opinion. So you got things like laser barrier, where it's stop all attacks, nobody gets to attack the rest of the turn, everything costs 1 more mana. To me, that's not as easy to play as something like a nope, which is counter a spell. So just kind of keep that stuff in mind if you're trying to do it. And I highly encourage, even if you've never built decks before, just give it a shot. The worst thing that's going to happen is you don't win, but you're going to be there with a bunch of other people because only 2 decks are winning. So, and he didn't say anything about like the decks being from the same people. So maybe one of my decks and one of Minnow's decks ends up winning because they're balanced somehow. So I highly encourage everybody to partake, try it out. Even if you only make 1 deck, I recommend making 2 just so you can kind of figure out the balance piece of it yourself. But if you are going to make decks, feel free to reach out to anybody in the community to deck test too. We're all here. We're all available. I know there's a lot of us that are willing to sit down and test decks out. So, Desi, do you have any thoughts?
No.
You're
Head
gonna
empty.
You're gonna be doing it.
I was kind of mentally brewing while you were talking.
Do you want to tell us what you were thinking?
No.
Okay. Just curious. I have my one idea. I'm not going to really say what it is. I feel like people may go after this concept. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few different iterations of my deck, but I'm hoping I build mine well enough to where it doesn't matter. So, you guys have any closing final thoughts on the starter decks or anything Nostalgix before we get into card pick of the week and pack of the week?
I think that about covered it for me.
Dusty?
No thoughts. Head empty.
Dusty, you were quiet today, Dusty.
I'm like starting to fall asleep.
It is kind of getting late for you. You got to wake up early. Actually, I got to wake up early too. It's today, so way off topic, but I usually work afternoons, and today my boss was like, "Hey, come in at 8:30 in the morning," and I was like, "What? 8:30?" And she said the same thing for tomorrow. So I'm like, I don't know about this like waking up super early business. I'm not used to this.
Super early.
Well, I mean, I got kids, so it's not like that early, but I'm usually just relaxing for an hour or two before I have to go into work. So it's
I get
different.
up at 5:45.
My man, I still don't want to hear about it from you because I did that for over 10 years. So once you hit that point, you can.
You're also older than me, so.
That's true.
Anyways.
You got time.
You got time. Make it last. Desi, you got this week's card pick of the week, don't you?
I do.
Oh, you like froze.
Oh, there
you go. There you go.
I've got it.
All right. So
It's
we
here.
did not do any kind of like guess the card pick from last week, so we have no hints. Do you want to give us like 2 or 3 softball hints and see if Minnow and I can guess it?
Jazzy Flat.
No, I deliberately did not pick anything that you guys would guess right away. So
I honestly had nothing in my mind about what you would pick. So
all right.
Is it a fighter, hero, or some other card?
It is a fighter, and it is from Secret Shards.
Valkyrian.
No.
I had to try.
Roll it.
No. All right,
From
that's all the no's you
Secret
get from me.
All right, last question, because I don't have any of them in front of me. It's not really going to help. Which Secret Shards?
No. You just have to guess.
All right, final guess is going to be...
Probably not.
Evangelion.
No.
Handguard.
Oh man, I thought I had it too.
Is Vanguard even in? It's not. I don't even know.
Vanguard is in Secret Shards 3 or 4. It's one of the ones that I said I had, but I'm missing the other half of.
Mine have not arrived yet, but they are on the way.
All right, go ahead and reveal to us what is the card pick of the week.
For this week, or?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were waiting. Okay.
No, Minnow's going to do the one for next week.
It is Tornadix.
Ooh,
I would
okay.
have never guessed that. Nice.
You definitely took me by surprise there. I was not going to guess that.
I was looking through my binder and I was like, what's one that nobody really remembers? And I was like, this guy.
Who was I watching recently? Oh, it was Jonesy. He was opening up all the new Secret Shards for the first time, and he said that was one of his favorite cards. And I was like, you know what? I kind of got to agree. That's really good and underrated.
It is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, you know, so we've gotten this week's card picks. Now we got to do next week's card pick. Want to drop us a couple hints just to guess, and everybody else can guess in the comments down below what you think this card is going to be, because we're not going to reveal it this week. We're going to reveal it next week.
Okay. This fighter is weak to mech fighters,
Ooh,
and they're very clever.
very clever. Okay, so it's weak to mech, and it's very clever. So I have a feeling it has something to do with flavor text in there.
Don't know.
So
Probably.
everybody go ahead and make your picks. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think the card pick is. You have 1 week to guess and research before we reveal. And maybe whoever guesses it correctly first gets a digital cookie and a high five.
Digital high five?
Digital high five.
All right.
I don't know if it's somebody like Zaba guesses it right. I guess next week I can give him a real high five.
Yeah. True.
All right, so there you guys go. There's the card pick of this week and next week. Get your picks in down below. We're gonna end on card pack of the week. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit before. Desi, you said you didn't have a card pack.
No, I don't have money.
That's fair. Well, that's fair. The Nostalgic's been dropping a lot of good stuff, and there's been some good deals on cards, which is why Desi doesn't have money.
No, it's all going into my car.
I don't know. I feel like you spent like more.
Well, it's going to be going into my car.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Minnow,
it hasn't
do you have a
gotten
pack?
in there yet.
I don't. I tore everything that I got my hands on.
See, that's the problem I usually get is I rip through everything and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Mhm.
And then I have to open up a brand new booster box or something, and I'm like, I was gonna do a live stream of opening this whole box, but I guess I'll just pick one.
That just means you got to order another box.
Yeah, that's more money that doesn't go into Drake's car.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do have one pack. We're gonna do. We can't not have a pack. So I've got a Harmonic Surge pack. This is actually the last one before I have to open up another booster box. So I saved this one specifically for this video, this episode. So I'm gonna open it. Maybe I'm gonna open it.
Come on, Atomic Frog.
There we go. Dude, I will scream.
No.
My wife will probably kill me because she's got the kids to sleep, but I would scream if I pulled the Atomic Frog. All right, let's see. Fast reflexes. Got Narwhal.
Little Jonesy action.
Yeah, Jonesy Narwhal. Boomer Base. VR. You know, I've not seen anybody use this in a deck yet.
Ooh.
Kind of hoping to see that. Glowing Mask. Laser Barrier. There it is. One of the most beautiful artworks in Harmonic Surge and one of the best surprises. Console. Lava Floor.
Well, can we get a rare arcade?
We got Buoyant, and the rare is a Venomoose, holographic at least. And actually, I was talking to Desi the other day about this. I've only pulled 2 of these so far, so this makes number 3. I don't even
Really?
have a full play set of this yet.
Huh.
So
Well, congrats.
that is actually a really good card for me to get because I need one more still, but I have another booster. I actually have 2 more booster boxes to open. Well, I'll get there. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, for watching and listening to us for an hour and 20-something minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Let us know if there's anything you guys want to hear talked about within the Nostalgix world. There's like things coming out that you want to talk about, or
Things you'd like Ren to badger Zaba about.
that's
True.
a good topic too. I will be, like I said, I'm going to be going to Gen Con next week, so I will have an opportunity to in person badger him, not just on social media. He can't ignore me there. So,
Well, he can.
guys, get your questions and I'll follow him. I mean, I'm not above.
It might hurt more if he ignores you in person.
Look, I won't take it personally, but I'll just badger some more. You're not going to hurt my feelings that easy. No, Zaba, I'm kidding. I know you watch these. I'm not really gonna pick on you that much. But if there are
That
things
much.
you guys want me to ask Zaba, or things you kind of maybe want to try to get some spoilers or little hints out of, let me know. I'll see what I can do. And I don't know, maybe Zaba will just surprise us all one day and join the podcast and just tell you himself.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. Maybe next
Zaba,
week we'll
get us in.
record the podcast at
While you're
Gen
at Gen Con, yeah.
with Zaba, and
Hmm.
I just don't know if that would be too noisy and loud. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just get like some kind of interview to put into the middle of the podcast or something, you know. But we'll get some good stuff. Don't worry. But let us know down below what you want to see here, talk about. Honestly, I'm open to having like a Nostalgix community chat like once a month too, where anybody who's in the Nostalgic community wants to get on and just talk. Maybe I'll do live stream for that instead of just an episode. But let me know if that's something you guys want to be a part of or see here, and we'll do that too. But
Late nights with Ren.
there we go. Maybe I'll be the next great late host show.
There you go.
Late
I'll be
show
sleeping.
host. Yeah, Dusty's gonna be like, "Hey, stopped in to say hi. I'm going to bed."
Hey guys, good night.
Awesome. Well, do you guys have any final inputs before we end the show?
No.
Rollett's still #1 line.
That is extremely
Hard
debatable,
fly
but
is better.
I challenge you to come with something better. Just to bring a little bit more to the table.
Valkyrian.
No.
You say no, but you run him and you run that whole line in your deck too. So go ahead and tell me no.
No.
Gotcha. That's all we have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys in the next week's episode. Later.
Later.